Yeah.
For at least for now, people still want to see content from real people.
Yeah.
That might change in the future.
Yeah.
But I don't see an AI buying you a steak dinner or taking you to a Lakers game any soon. That could happen too.
No.
Robots
Yeah,
might.
I've always been focused on the intersection of product and engineering and design and brand. And so I resigned from my fancy corporate job at MetLife and I started a nonprofit called Experience Futures.
Okay.
And so the idea is really how do we influence the way that people are empowered in the AI era. So we're kind of a think tank, kind of a product studio.
Okay,
And
cool.
so what we've been doing is building responsible AI tools. We have a platform that we created called XF App. We have a transformation program that we're building and rolling out to companies called Intentional Tech. And really the thing we're focused on is a very simple idea that AI is not ethical, AI is not responsible. People and organizations are.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
interesting.
the way to ensure that AI does the things that we want it to do is both to have the right stack. So our technology is about actually limiting what Gen AI can do,
Interesting.
and limiting what agents can do, and also training people to feel like they're empowered in this new era. Like everyone's terrified, whether they say it or
Well,
not.
definitely the layman's are for sure.
Yeah.
And even, I don't know, I feel like I sit in a very unique component of the industry where in the biz dev side and content creation as kind of a two legs to a stool.
Yeah.
For at least for now, people still want to see content from real people.
Yeah.
That might change in the future.
Yeah.
But I don't see an AI buying you a steak dinner or taking you to a Lakers game any soon. That could happen too. Robots might.
They
but
might.
but
Come
yeah.
for your steak dinner.
But I think you're right. I mean, there is a lot of fear, and then I think you're probably the only person that I've talked to so far this conference that maybe is qualified to talk about like the whole debate at a higher level of AI outside of the advertising industry. There's the accelerationist thought right now where it's like we must let it do everything it possibly can and achieve achieve sentience, artificial consciousness, and all in the and there should be no regulation and no breaks whatsoever, just progress. And they have a really compelling story. It's like we have to beat China. That's the story.
I was going to say it always comes back to China.
Always comes down
It always
to
comes
national
back to China.
defense and
Well, actually,
and
no,
the preservation of
there
the
is
American
truth in
empire.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's where every time anyone talks about maximalism, it always comes back to defense.
Yeah.
And marketing conference, no need to talk about defense.
Sure, but still, I
I
think,
do have
yeah.
a background in that.
Let's
kind
go.
Of work,
Yeah,
so,
that's
but
fun.
But I think that there's I think the important thing, and both the woo-woo thing and the most practical thing in the world is, like, AI is not going to anytime soon replace humanity.
Yep.
It may replace jobs, right? But the thing that's important to remember is that technological advancement always means that jobs shift.
Yeah, jobs change.
Jobs change.
Yep.
And so I led a VIP session with David Sable yesterday, and he reminded the audience of this really important thing, which is that the whole term Luddite wasn't about people who were against technology. It was the revolt of people who worked with a certain type of fabric loom, revolting against a new type of fabric loom that would have changed or eliminated certain jobs. And what happened was they were revolting against the use of that technology and the changing of jobs. And that's where we are right now.
Sure.
And so I think, there used to be a job called computer in the 40s. There used to be a job called word processor.
Yep.
So jobs will change, but I think the important thing is, like, what is our future as a species, but also in marketing, fine, in whatever industry, take your pick, with AI. Our whole premise, the whole idea is the answer is it's your unique skills, your unique expertise, plus AI gives you superpowers. So my personal passion with this is, like, I never graduated from college. I started dropping out of school in 8th grade, super dyslexic, but I was an SVP at MetLife.
Yeah.
I was a VP at IBM. And, like, I'm a smart guy, smarter people than me, very
Sure.
much so. But the point is that I've been able to operate in this knowledge worker environments because I had assistive technology. I had tools that I built for myself.
Wow.
That helped me write emails like I was a native English speaker, and I feel super powered right now. I've never felt so enabled and so empowered in my whole life. I'm building new tools, I'm building software.
Yeah,
I'm creating
I
things.
remember I was in the shower the other day, and I, for my whole, I don't know, ever since I started my consulting practice, I had an idea for an ad. If I had $20,000 to go produce the commercial of my little consulting shop, what would it look like, down to the scene and the music and everything? And I was like, wait a minute, I could actually try this. And just went on to Adobe Firefly, created it, not to the level that I would actually like post it, but like proof of concept, it was pretty darn close, right?
Proof of concept, that's great.
So it's like creativity is not limited to creatives anymore. It's limited to your bounds of understanding this technology.
And probably the thing that you did or will do next is then take that and put your own imprint on it.
Yeah, or give it to someone who has a better skill set, who can take it to the next level, right?
So work is changing. There's no doubt about that. And so, on the platform side of it, it's working with nonprofits, it's working with governments, it's working with regulated industries to let them create very simple front-end AI experiences that are highly regulated, highly constrained. Different conference, different audience.
Yeah.
Here, what I'm talking about and what I've been talking at a lot of events about is, all right, now it's time for us to invest in the people part of AI. And the way that we do that is, and we have a whole program around this, but the way we do that is by understanding tacit knowledge. What's the unique set of things that you're good at? And by the way, most people are terrible at articulating it. You sit down with people and you say, what is it that makes you uniquely interesting and good?
Or like Elon says, what did you do today?
Yeah, sure. But it's like
we all know we feel busy and we're working every day. But if your manager would come to you and say, what did you do today, or what did you accomplish today? That is a threatening question sometimes, right?
Well, but you even
it's like a pattern disruption almost in a way. Yeah.
But elevate that and say, what is it that's unique about you versus any other content creator?
Yeah.
That's a really hard question to answer.
Sure.
Maybe you can, but a lot of people end up stumbling at that point. But if you take any sort of prompt training or AI training, one of the key things is be specific.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
What you should be specific about is your unique flavor. Okay, so if AI needs that to function successfully, and you need it in order to superpower yourself, therefore the most important thing we can do is understand ourselves and be able to explain that to AI as the model.
Wow, I love that.
So suddenly, we're deep in woo-woo land. We're deep in the way for AI to be successful is for us to understand ourselves, to be grounded in ourselves, to have direction, to have clarity about what we care about. Holy shit, what's more human than that?
Yeah.
So we're worried about our humanity in AI. Great. Totally.
Yeah.
So let's invest in your humanity.
Wow, I love that.
Literally invest in your humanity. And the other part of it is stop trying to be a technologist. I'm a developer. I'm an engineer. I build platforms.
Not everybody needs to vibe code.
Well, the other thing is so I have this whole big thing. I have this I have this whole big stump speech about stop saying vibe coding. Right? Because here's the thing, right? It's like what it's doing is it's diminishing the idea that you can build tools for yourself now. It's making it cute.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You can make tools for yourself now. That's great. Don't diminish it by saying vibe coding. I'm building my own tool set.
Yeah.
How cool is that? So for me, I'm not a maximalist, but I do believe that if we set our intentions right, we can make better outcomes for ourselves, for our people, for humanity. So that's the whole thing that we're doing.
I love it. So this is a very forward-thinking nonprofit. The fact that you started it as far back as you did, how do you fund something like that?
That's a great
how do you
question.
raise money? How do you, because up till this year, it seems like it's very relevant. There are a lot of AI think tanks, AI task force, AI policy groups that are appealing on behalf of parents, on behalf of children's privacy, on privacy itself, economic factors, national security factors. So now there's a lot of stakeholders in it. But when you started it, that probably wasn't the case.
No.
How do you go about funding a nonprofit like that?
Well, first thing you do is you intentionally go broke. Yeah, no, I mean, I started it. There was definitely organizations that were funding nonprofit work, but more at the data level. I had a lot of really kind of advanced ideas. I mean, the first 2 years were basically like me explaining the idea to people and people being like, what are you talking about exactly? But once they started to experience ChatGPT, they're like, oh my God,
Now they
I
get
get
it.
it.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually very bad at philanthropy. So, because I've spent my entire career in startups and in the corporate side of things. So we've gotten some funding for our software platform, but we ended up starting a revenue organization, and that works in parallel to the nonprofit.
Interesting.
And so we're our own funder.
That's
So
cool.
what I've ended up doing is building this platform, this product set. We have a AI native consultancy, and we have this transformation training program called Intentional Tech. And so we sell all those to our partners.
Interesting.
Some of our clients are nonprofits.
Yep.
Some of them are corporations, and so what we end up doing is having a slice of everything we do being owned, for the public good.
Yeah.
My
Very B Corp-esque.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what? Like, it's like all that stuff is just accounting rules. I mean, not to diminish
Sure.
B Corps, I think that's important, but it's really just accounting transparency.
Yep.
I think to me the most important thing is intent of spirit. I feel really fortunate because I've been able to create a product set that matches my belief set. That's taken a long time to do.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Most founders don't go in with that thinking. They think about profit maximization
Yeah.
and market fit and
Yeah.
a lot of these other things. They don't start.
And I do on the revenue
Yeah,
side.
and it's hard. And it's
Yeah.
hard sometimes to think about like one of the things that I've struggled. People always talk about, millennials are looking for purpose. Gen Z wants
Yeah.
purpose in their work. A lot of times when people ask me like, or when I try to do some of those management exercises around what's your purpose, mission statement. Well, what is the purpose and mission statement of a revenue organization or an agency?
Yeah.
And to my best efforts, it's helping other people succeed in their dreams by
Yeah.
being the best potential strategic matchmaker that you can be.
Yeah.
But it's cool to be able to reverse engineer it from that
Yeah.
that thinking. So
It's interesting that the funding part of it's really hard because there's anybody interested in purpose and impact is either going to be on the side of the line where the purpose wins or the side of the line where revenue and income wins.
yeah,
And the thing that I actually work with a lot of nonprofits, helping them think about their revenue models. I think one of the most important insights that we came upon operationally, and it was just by circumstances, having two totally separate organizations. Because I am hell bent on maximizing my margins and my profit on the revenue side of things, so I can fund my other organization.
yeah.
And have
They're
so
interlinked.
They're linked,
Yeah.
but I have a totally there's a total separation.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it's a hard needle to thread, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, congratulations on the work that you're doing here,
you.
and it's very fascinating and needed. I think there's not many. I think we need as many voices as possible to, think of all the different factors of, this amazing revolution. So, it's good to be optimistic, but it's also good to be pragmatic and cautious and advance with eyes wide open, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if folks want to connect with you or learn more, where do you want to send them?
Yeah, go visit xfutures.org, and we have our whole training program mapped out on intentional.tech.
Love it. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, Ben.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.